from the Dome in Syracuse, New York. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Syracuse Orange. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air, it's Cherry. Got it on the outside, it's Hughes. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Picks up the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this...
Snags it, and there's running room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time.
Touchdown Cardinals. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. On the run from inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return. for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. The run inside. It's Miller. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Move. Back to throw, it's Odom. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Under fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Dropping back, it's Odom. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bringing it back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Hard-hitting tackle.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, and he's free. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Back open in the middle. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Cardinals will hustle to the line. They'll run with Brown. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Syracuse, 0.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Offense with jumbo personnel. They go right back to him. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Odom. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. They're setting up the screen. Across the 25. Makes the grab and room to run. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quarterback adapting. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cuse. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's take a look at the big picture for Louisville. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Cherry. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll go with Brown. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! His 17th touchdown of the season and third of this game.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Odom. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Running inside, it's Miller. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last two games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Cardinals. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Syracuse, 7.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Odom. Rushes on him. Being chased. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Looking to pass. It's Cherry. Lets it fly. Ball is incomplete, but I believe this is going to be a penalty on the defense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Tries it on the sneak. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's Brown. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinals! He scores for the 5th time in this game.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the number 8 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Cavaliers sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as his defense makes a play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go through that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Looking for a man. It's Cherry. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires left. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Syracuse right back at it.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Got it in the middle. It's Miller. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. Looking downfield, it's Odom. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
At the 9-yard line. Second down coming up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Brown again. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll run with Brown. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Brown. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Louisville. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Miller. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
Intercepted by Louisville. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. A give to Brown. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. To the air, it's Cherry. Going long. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back?
Caught, and he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Orange. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to Brown. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Hand off for Brown. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? One more time, it's Brown. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw.
Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. On fourth down, looking to pass. Snags it and he's open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. A give to Brown. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. It's 3rd and 5. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Syracuse, 14.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on teams. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Back to throw, it's Odom. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Makes the grab down the middle and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Making side adjustments here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man down the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Unloads it downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Takes it the other way. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score Louisville 56, Syracuse 14.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Odom. Looking to the big tight end. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I know this football game.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays. Just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that 4th down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
Here's a heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going for it all. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man.